This is the Marshall Paul of Crash Backyard Wrestling. Here at the BTW, Best Trampoline Wrestling?
Yeah.
Compound.
Bitch trampoline.
Here today, along with my other CBW comrades, for an episode of Beyond the Yard with ACW.
This is your host, Derrick Destroyer, and this is a unique way of starting Beyond the Yard.
Yeah, we don't even have everybody here yet, but yeah.
We gotta start, I guess.
Yeah, alright.
So right now I'm here with, I believe you might have heard of these people. If you're not heard of CBW Wrestling, well, that's a shame because you should know these guys. Right now, I mean, we're still waiting for one more person, but right now we got Jacob Wayne.
Glenn?
I don't know.
Glenn Wayne?
You want to know something? Right now, it's about to be 12, right?
Yeah.
Back home, it's about to be 2.
Ooh.
So
I'm Quagmire?
I'm used to the time zone over there. So
Where are you based out of?
I'm Kansas.
Kansas, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were talking about that.
All the way across.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, half of the country.
Yeah.
Like in the middle.
Probably, yeah.
Alright, so, let's keep going.
Yeah. What got you guys into wrestling?
Well, I don't know what got Jacob Wayne into wrestling, but you want to know how I got roped into this?
Yeah, Paul, what's up? How'd you get?
Jacob Wayne.
Oh, okay.
That's how I got in this business. So anyway.
By that person?
Yeah. So what ended up happening was we were in our high school theater class senior year, and we ended up having to do a skit of some sort with a partner. Jacob Wayne comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, I have this like WWE style wrestling YouTube channel. Do you want to do our skit as like a bit for that?" And after some back and forth, I agreed to it. And that is the episode where you see Jacob Wayne goes on to talk show and gets beat up by the host.
Yep.
I forget the actual title of
I think that
video.
was something like that.
Yeah, it was video number 3 on the Crash Backyard Wrestling
super
YouTube
old,
channel.
yeah.
It's still on the channel?
Yeah.
I gotta check that out.
Scroll all the way down, man.
Yeah. All the way down.
I want to say the 3rd video.
Yeah, 3rd video, something like that. And the basic plot of that video is I'm holding a late night talk show that Jacob Wayne comes on to, and I beat the crap out of him and challenge him for his world championship, and I later, in a different video, would take the world championship from him in my first ever CBW match.
Yeah.
I see. What about you, Jacob?
Well, pretty much a long time ago, I want to say I was 12 years old, maybe 13, I don't know.
Okay.
5th or 6th grade, I remember going on YouTube and a random video on YouTube came up and it was just wrestling, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a kid in my class who whatever, and I clicked on, I was watching it, and I was like, you know what? This is actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, John Cena, I remember one of the first few matches I watched was Jeff Hardy and CM Punk, that steel cage match.
Oh, the SmackDown one, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was and I remember watching it, but I didn't get into it. I just watched a bunch of stuff, hundreds of matches that night, so I knew a bunch of them. And I left it there, I didn't touch it. A couple months later, I was on the TV, scrolling through channels to watch because I was bored, and I came up on Raw. Clicked on it, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. And I remember I clicked on it. It was CM Punk talking crap about The Rock, because it was during the 2013 little...
Yeah, the feud.
And ever since then, I've been watching every week. John Cena became my first favorite. And I watched it, started buying the pay-per-views back when they were $45.
I remember.
Damn.
And
That's expensive.
They were pretty high.
my dad took me to my first WWE live show in that November, but I was kind of sad because John Cena got injured. That's when Daniel Bryan won his first WWE belt.
Okay.
If you remember that. And after that, I kind of fell off of it for a while. I was known as the WWE kid because I got all into it, but then backed away from it. A year later, when Seth Rollins was champion, or I think that was 2 years later, that's when I started getting into it. I don't think I ever stopped. I didn't watch it during 2014. I think it was 2015 I got back into it. And, I just kept doing it and kept watching it. And I'm gonna be honest, and a lot of people might think like this is stupid, but like the creation of AEW is really what sparked my entire, like, all of these guys know here that I'm an AEW rat.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I watched AEW. I saw how all of them like formed the company. They made their own belt. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I watched every single AEW show ever that has been out. I remember the first Dynamite all the way. I watch it every week, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the summer of 2019 that I got the idea of like doing, because I was going through YouTube again and I came across KBW. I don't know if you know what that is. No.
Yeah.
Where they did a Rumble, and I was like, I have a bunch of friends, like, well, we just do this, like, you know? And then I talked to Makai, Kamikaze, got on my channel, and he shot it completely down. We still talk about it today. He was like, I don't know, man, I don't know. Like, and then I called William, the second person I called was William. They're like, yo, you want to, and I explained to him what I want to do. He's like, fuck it, I'm in. I was like, oh, okay, that's easier. And then after that, Aaron came, Paul came, or I think Paul came before Aaron. I think you did come before Aaron.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then we created CBW. It's grown ever since.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Honestly, Jacob and myself, our friendship kind of started with CBW. Because, like, he randomly came up to me during class. And, like, I knew who he was. I knew his name. But, you know, I would also talk with other people. But after CBW, it's like, you know, Jacob and myself have been, you know, great friends.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that, like, backyard wrestling, like, what you guys done brought you guys together? Like, made you guys bond?
Most certainly. Most certainly.
You see, like, any kind of content creation, I think, brings people together. But it's kind of interesting with backyard wrestling because, like, you're each your own characters, your own people, your own moves, and, you know, you're in there, and, you know, we're boys. We like, you know, roughhousing and going crazy like that, right? And I think it's just a great way for, like, us to, you know, bond, I guess, and just put our ideas together and just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think... And yeah, I just met you today, and we had a blast, you know?
Yeah.
I think backyard wrestling is just a great... Well, any content creation where you collab with anyone, you're going to find people who have your interests. But backyard wrestling is, like, really good with that.
For, like, you get to, you know, experience, you know, travel, and you get to meet new people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, I've heard of CBW, and, you know, I've heard of Jacob Wayne because of the hit shit list, you know? What you made?
Yeah.
That wonderful list.
Yeah, that beautiful list of
Put
his.
Putin on that list.
Yeah, he should. But, you know, I've heard of you guys, and Trey, the boys from Texas.
Yeah.
He also told me about you guys, and,
Nice.
you know, I kind of did some research on you before my match.
Oh, nice.
So at least I kind of knew what I was getting myself into.
Man, low-key, like, we have our opinions on WCF, but I miss Trey, man. I'd love to go back and fight Trey.
Yeah, I was disappointed to hear that they had to end up canceling the plans to actually come out and meet us. I was disappointed to hear that because...
Are we okay to get a little political drama on here?
I guess, yeah.
It'll get you views.
Yeah.
Alright, take it away, Paul.
Alright, well, the story as it has been presented to me, the facts as I know them are as follows. There was initially great excitement to have WCEF collaborate with CBW. Some point during the negotiations, Jacob tried to get me into a match with, I don't even remember who, but he tried to get me into a WCEF match because we were planning on going over there, or they were planning on coming over here. Point being, Jacob was pushing for me to be in a match. And this is the story as I've heard it. Apparently, the head gentleman at that company had some choice words about myself and my skills as a wrestler. This, that, and the third. And since then, our relations with WCEF have certainly been...
Bad.
Yeah, bad. I was gonna have some more fancy term for it, but yeah, that has certainly soured our relationship with WCEF and CBW. That's how it was. That's the story as I know it to be.
Well, I originally, because we went over there to collab with them, me and William, first. And then, it was amazing because William fought Red X, I fought Savior, it was great. And the story was always supposed to be, then now they come to California and invade us and beat us. And then we have a third, whatever. Yeah. I wanted the third altercation to be actually here in BTW.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, but they didn't have enough money to travel, which is fine. But they said, all right, why don't you just come here then? And we wanted our rematches with them, so we were like, all right. But then Paul said that he wanted to go, so I told him, should we say his name or no?
No, let's leave his name out of it.
All right,
because,
well,
I mean,
we told the WCEF higher-ups, hey, I'm bringing Paul, he's our world champion, and they pretty much, I just literally tried to get you in the show. I didn't even care who you fought. I actually wanted you to defend your belt on the show against someone. That's what I originally wanted, just to get you somewhere on there. Mm-hmm. And they, said no, because...
Gotcha.
They said that they already had all their people, have all their matches planned out, all their people with their rivalries, and then they said, Paul, sucks, pretty much. So... They did not need to add that second reason. All they could have said was, "Hey, the match card is full.
Already fully booked and all that."
Yeah, and all of our guys want to keep their matches. That would have been totally fair. They did not need to throw shade at Paul, and Paul's not even that bad of a wrestler at all.
Yeah.
Well, then again, he did almost injure you today.
Yeah, goddamn Paul. Yeah, let's talk about that.
I'd like to formally extend another apology, I think number 7 on record,
on record.
for this injury that I caused to you today.
Okay, but before we get into that, I will say though, I do not think you are a bad wrestler at all.
Thank you.
I actually, obviously, I think your biggest strength, your two biggest strengths when it comes to wrestling is, number one, your personality, obviously.
Oh,
that's what drives everything. And I think you are extremely tough. Your fights with William, where you guys are full on hitting each other with
and our slap match.
You are fucking
our
tough.
slap fest.
Yeah,
that was fun.
You're just a rough-edged cowboy, conservative dude. You're pretty much stone cold.
Yeah.
Even though I had 1 or 2 matches with Paul, I wouldn't say he's a bad wrestler, he's workable, Yeah. Workable. But there's, it could have happened to anybody, but luckily it was him to me that, fucking watched the moves, but other than that...
Hey man, I've only been in this sport as long as I've been in CBW, and CBW is just about to come up on its 3rd-year anniversary.
2019.
Yeah,
August,
this August is its 3rd-year anniversary. So I've been in this business less than 2 years. You guys have been in this for a number of years. So, and I also took a substantial break for a while from CBW and professional or backyard wrestling rather.
Yeah.
There was, how long was that period, Jacob? It was at least a solid 6 months where...
I think it was a full year.
A full year?
Because you came...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
For 2 matches, you came to win the belt, and then you came back to lose the belt back to me. And then you took that break because you went on your acting thing.
Yeah.
And I remember my birthday party, we had a match in front of, a crowd, and that was our first live audience. Okay. And then I think that is what made him realize, oh shit, I want to come back.
Yeah, I think that was, because I remember, too... I was unable to attend your birthday party, but I did still get you a card, and I wrote in it, I'd like to return to CBW, something to that extent.
I was cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You do acting, Paul, or?
Used to.
For school, or?
Well, I did do...
porn.
No, not at all.
That was a joke.
Adult.
No. My goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy, this is just...
What were you saying about your adult? I mean, not adult, I'm sorry. Filming, acting.
Okay, so...
Sorry.
to answer your first question, I no longer do acting. I used to. If you want to consider backyard wrestling acting, you could say that, but no, it's wrestling. It's it's similar but different. But anyway, so I started acting when I was in the 5th or 6th grade, and I did that all the way through to the end of my senior year, or not to the end, through my senior year of high school, right around that point.
Weren't you in a commercial?
Yeah, I've been in 1 or 2 commercials.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to mention them here because I'm pretty sure I signed like a boatload of non-disclosure agreements. But yeah, I've been in multiple large-scale productions. I did a lot of low-budget films that like went to film festivals and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, that kind of contributes to what I do here at Crash Backyard Wrestling, BTW, and Backyard Wrestling in general.
For sure. How was it the early days of CBW?
The early days of CBW.
I'm talking early, like...
Yeah. Well, I was in the 3rd ever video, so...
5-minute matches.
Yeah, like 5-minute matches for one. Like, I don't remember what moves I did to you when
you did a DDT to me.
Yeah,
that was your move.
I think that was the biggest thing I did. And also too, in those early days, my character was just kind of some dude wrestling. Like, I didn't have the Marshall Paul character yet. That would come
just
after.
Some random ass kid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That was
random ass kid.
Yeah.
No, your name was Italian Stallion.
My name was the Italian Stallion, but beyond just the name, I had no personality other than I just came here because Jacob Wayne invaded my show, and I sent him packing, and I took the world belt. That was my personality. But then took the break for roughly a year, came back as the Marshall Paul, and I've been growing the Marshall Paul personality since then. But as for the early days of CBW, it was even more improvised than it is now.
Wow.
Like, we were 5-minute less matches. We were really sloppy in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, but you know one thing though? It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
And, because, like, we didn't have that many subs. We were just like, yeah, alright, let's just... Yeah.
Wrestling.
Now we gotta actually think about stuff.
Yeah. We rehearse now. That's a big thing. We rehearse things now.
Did you guys just record and, like, you know, film right on the spot?
Yeah, pretty much. I think the most preparation I had for that first match we did was learning how to do a DDT.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
And that was all of 5 minutes of practice. But in terms of the early days of CBW, given that this is your child, Jacob, I'm going to defer that question to you. So, like, what was, like, the inception of CBW? When you clicked create channel, what was that?
Like, what was it like? Or
Yeah, like, because you had what was it? The Royal Rumble 2019 prior to my arrival? What was that like? Because, like, that was
Are
even
you talking
before
about
me.
the first video we did?
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Okay.
I want to see what it was.
Oh, the first video we ever did was a ladder match to determine the first ever world champion.
And that was you.
I didn't originally want to do that. I wanted something big, like...
We got a chair over there for you.
We got William joining in a second. He's gonna answer these questions after me.
But are you taking them down for?
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
So,
here's what happened. So, my original plan was to do a big Royal Rumble to crown a first world champion. And I literally had all of these people tell me that they'd do it. Like, I'm talking 20 people. We're like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Oh, wow.
And then the people who actually showed up, me, Makai, my friend John, and that was it. We came, we practiced a little, alright, okay, we're not doing a Rumble, let's just do a ladder match. And then the day came, my girlfriend at the time, and her family came to be like the live audience.
Oh, they were there in the
Yeah.
attendance?
Oh, yeah, funny story for you too after that. So they came for live audience, and then William was supposed to come that day we practiced, he was supposed to be in it, but since he only came the day of the show, we let him be the referee.
Okay.
And that's how his character...
So that's where William the Referee Barker came from.
Because he didn't really have a character, and we needed a ref. We're like, all right, fuck it, you be the ref.
Uh-huh.
And he had a good personality, good talker, so he just kind of stayed there.
Well,
But
I
we
just
had
learned
them-
something new about CBW today.
And if you watch that video, I don't know if I privated it or not.
Nope, it's still up.
I won the fight because my ex-girlfriend came and hit John with a chair on the
Sure you
on the
did.
ladder. But like I privated it because it's my ex. I didn't really like,
Uh-huh.
But I just like, all right, it's just history. It's just,
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, we practiced that match and it was a good first show, but it was very like I didn't expect it to, be traveling and have. My goal was 10 subs, and now we're almost at we're at what?
Like
We're
600 plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in the range of 600 subs.
Wow.
And it's very crazy. We have multiple titles. We've had over 20-ish people come and do this. It's really crazy.
Yeah. There's some
It's a long
characters
way.
we haven't seen in over 2
Oh, if
years.
you count the characters we have, that's probably 30.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, CBW was very Wild West back in the day.
Yeah, including your sheriff character.
Yeah, we could talk about this.
I mean,
I,
that was-
I want William to
Yeah.
ask, answer the questions that we've been answering.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome William R. Barker onto the podcast now. William R. Barker, what do you have to say? Just, who are you?
I'm fucking tired. That's what I am.
Beautiful.
What was the first
He's
question you asked?
Okay. How's it going, guys? Me, William R. Barker. And contrary to what Paul says, the R does not sound for retard. Okay. It's actually my middle name. That's literally my whole bit.
I thought it was Reborn. That was your thing you're doing.
It is, but my actual legal name is William Ronald Barker.
Yeah, whatever, Ronald.
Now you know his government name.
Yeah, you can Google me.
Can I get your social security number too?
No, I don't trust you with that.
So William, what got you into wrestling?
Jacob.
Oh,
The same as he said. Oh my god.
Okay, when I was in high school and whatnot,
I swore you watched it too when you were young.
well, obviously every boy watched it when they were young. It's that's every kid's whole startup into
here's the microphone, just to let you know.
oh sweet.
Sorry, it catches your voice, just to let you know.
Oh okay. Damn it, Paul, fucking let me win. Paul, I'm playing Paul right now. He's being
Dude, we're in a fucking podcast.
Yeah, we're in a
you asshole.
podcast, and you fucking guys are on your phones.
yeah.
Hey, I'm still talking, okay?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
kidding. I'm kidding. Okay.
Yeah, so anyway.
So, okay, back to my whole thing. Okay, in high school, literally, so I barely knew Jacob at all. We had one math class together. And it was simply from me wanting to go to his birthday party, which I would soon regret.
Dude, nothing even happened at that point.
I know.
Is that why?
It was such a fucking shitty birthday party.
Damn, bro.
It's because I was 16. I was like, I'm gonna throw a rage, alcohol, we're gonna get fucked up.
It was
And then only 5 people showed up.
And I was one of them.
He was one of them.
And his cousins were 2 of them.
It was very disappointing, but I think we had fun for who came. It was a little chill night.
It was fun. It was fun.
Was it overhyped?
Okay.
I try to overhype it.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
What got you into wrestling?
Yeah, what got you into...
Well, obviously you dumbass. No, seriously, Jacob brought us all together. He set this up, and we all make fun of him and whatnot, but that's just for the show. And
Right.
Yeah, right.
honestly, if it wasn't for Jacob, we all wouldn't be here enjoying this right now.
Right.
I never thought I'd be traveling this much in my whole life,
Uh-huh.
and just do that with my friends and to be able to experience this. It's actually a very nice thing, and I actually do appreciate Jacob for
Me
doing
and William
Yeah.
have traveled all across this country by now.
that. Yeah,
We went to Texas, now Oregon. What's next? Oh, we went to North Carolina too.
that doesn't count. We didn't.
Well, it was
say
just for my family thing, but
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
we've
about
been-
to say, what?
we've been all around the country, man.
Yeah, that's true. I went to Boston recently, so that was nice. So I've been traveling fucking crazy lately.
So far, I traveled the western and eastern side of this country.
Nice.
How
I've only ever been in CBW and now BTW in terms of wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
but I know of some other organizations. I remember when researching BTW, back when we were first conceiving of our plan
Yeah.
to go out to BTW. BTW has a gentleman who makes frequent appearances, or at least used to.
RJS.
The RJS.
He makes
Wonder where that guy is.
He
Yeah.
makes several frequent appearances.
No, he makes, frequent appearances. But no, you have a gentleman who pops up every once in a while from an organization named MEBW, who is out in, like, Wisconsin, something like that.
Michigan?
Michigan?
You talking about Delta?
That might be, I forget his name. It might be
Jack Beta.
Yeah, but, it's just interesting, seeing, because, like, prior to, or even in the beginning days of CBW, to hop back to that for a moment, like, I thought it was kind of just Jacob, had this passion project, but no, this is a
real thing.
This is a big thing. Nationwide.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand. Like, they think just backyard wrestling is just people wrestling in the backyards, but it goes deeper than that.
Yeah,
Like an iceberg,
Yeah.
We're the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, dude.
Backyard wrestling, but like what we're doing right now, and like earlier when we were just hanging out, that's like under the.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, man. It's like it's all behind the camera shit, right?
Yeah.
The chemistry every guy has with another dude.
For sure.
Like the storylines that we start building. Yeah.
And the storylines that go for one video.
Yeah. It's all really fun. It's a good time, at least in my opinion. It's a good way to pass my time, at least.
We get to learn each other, learn each other's chemistry and all that, then just have a good time.
I'm good. I'm
What
good on your
kind of
chemistry.
good time, dog? Kind of chemistry.
Okay.
Fucking
All right.
idiots.
You guys are.
William got me dirty mind thinking now.
I got you dirty mind. I think that was just your fucking mind being dirty, Jacob.
Just to let you guys know, earlier we were playing Cards of Against Humanity, right?
Jacob's a bona fide racist.
Yeah, cards.
You
against
played brown people
Yeah.
That could mean any.
for shrimp for $8.99.
Okay, well, we're just gonna can this conversation on Cards Against Humanity.
Okay,
but you know what? That is like that game does provide for many a bonding moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like
Fucking wish I got better.
like
cards,
before I came
though.
up here, like besides RJS and his people, like to you guys, like you guys were pretty much strangers, to me, because I didn't really know you guys well then.
Yeah.
After wrestling, Jacob Wayne almost fucking
Breaking
losing the
your
ability
legs.
to walk,
Shoving your fingers up my ass.
yeah, all that.
It's just all bonding
yeah,
experience.
that's what brings us together.
Team bonding.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
For one for all and all for one.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting too? This is kind of being on the ACW Beyond the Yard podcast. This is kind of a surreal moment for me because I remember you did an episode of this podcast with Savior Trey Savior is his stage name from WCEF, and I saw that and I looked at that and I was like, you know what? That would be cool if we as CBW could get on that. And I was thinking, I'll tell Jacob about it. And then we come out here to BTW, and all of a sudden I find out. I mean, literally, we were walking out the door to the trampoline in the general wrestling arena, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm ACW," and I'm like, "What?" you just
the front door.
I was like, "Wait, I know you guys."
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was wearing an ACW shirt. And
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
You're like, you're an ACW? Yeah, because I think it's either Jacob or RJS. Like, one of them messaged me and they were like, hey, these guys wants to be a part of, Beyond the Yard. And depends how we were going to shoot it because, we don't really see each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and this is, practically like first time seeing each other.
Yeah,
until
really
the next
talking.
time.
Yeah.
Well, like instead of, doing it over the phone or whatnot, we're actually, sitting around the table with the mics out and
Put
just...
the big ass plants in our front of us.
Yeah, there's plants in the middle. Like I have to have a mic 1 over here and mic 2 over there with Paul and William.
Yeah.
And hopefully if editing goes all well, it matches it up together.
I will say something though. I did watch that podcast with you and Savior. Obviously, I had that big match with Savior in 2020, and I remember when you had Trey on there. I was sitting in my cafeteria in my college. I was listening to it, and Trey was like literally, he talked a lot about me,
Yeah, he did.
but he
Oh, you must have touched his heart in special places.
You opened up
touched him a lot.
Yeah, you did.
physically.
Just like Felix, apparently.
Oh goodness.
We'll touch on that later. But no, like I remember Xavier talked a lot about our match, and he even said a story how like I threw up before our match.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
Nice.
And I remember, like, when he
Dude.
said that story, how, like, I was so nervous before our big match, how I was throwing up in the bathroom. And I remember you were, like, defending me. You were saying, oh, like, we all get like this, you know.
Well, yeah, because, like, on my debut
Like, I really
match-
appreciated that, because it's really easy to be like, oh, what a pussy, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would have said that on the fucking podcast. Not gonna lie, but I wanted to, relate because when I wasn't, the Federation on Tennessee Backyard Wrestling?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I made my debut there, and my debut match, I felt a bit nervous because, they actually have like a bit of, like a crowd, but it's
Yeah.
mostly just the wrestlers watching us.
Yeah.
Then like they have the camera. Then like the moment you walk through like the curtain, it feels real,
Yeah.
You know, that's not my problem. What my problem is anticipation. The anticipation all day waiting for that is what kills me. Once I walk through the curtain, like I remembered that day, I was freaking the fuck out. And it's because it was during William and Red X's match. I didn't want to go out there because I didn't want the audience to see me for whatever reason.
I still argue that me and Red X's match was better.
Yeah, maybe. It just depends. It was a very good match. But I was stayed inside completely alone, which
Yeah.
you're not supposed to do, especially before like a fight. A lot of boxers, MMA fighters tell you not to be alone. But I was sitting there alone
It
while
messes up with your mental
Yep.
statement. Okay.
I was all alone in the back in the house. The whole crowd was cheering out there. William and Red X was going.
You didn't
and
have the
I was
cats with
pacing.
you?
I was freaking out. I went in the bathroom. I threw up. I was just so nervous, and I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I remember they all came in and they're like, "All right, Jacob, you ready?" I'm like, "No, bro, I can't. I can't go
shit.
out." And I was freaking out. I was like, "I flew all the way here. I can't."
You
And-
made us spend all this money. Fucker.
And then-
you better get out there.
People, even Trey said shit to me, and it didn't really, help me.
Yeah.
But it was Ryan, not you, Ryan. It was Ryan Black Mamba, who's actually their world champion right now. He looked at me and said, "You are going to tear the house down." And like him saying, for some reason, that just like made me kind of calm. That for some reason that made my nerves kind of go away. When my music hit, I walked through the curtain. I was still nervous, but when I saw the crowd, the camera, like it vanished. Like Thanos
Nice.
snapped, it all went away, and I was
Nice.
already in fight mode.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's the anticipation that kills me.
That's for sure. Yeah, because, moments before a match, I kind of felt like a bit heart beating, because you're
Yeah.
a big dude compared to me. And I'm like, oh shit, I wonder how it's going to go. But like 1 or 2 minutes in, like, I'm like, oh, okay, I got this,
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
Getting muscles and getting bigger really helped my confidence, because back in the day I was a little scrawny little.
Yeah. How do we hide our feelings, Jacob?
We hide them in our muscles.
And how do we keep them from coming back up?
Get
We get bigger muscles.
There you
Bigger
go.
muscles.
That's the key.
Yeah. And on the subject of nerves, prior to a match, admittedly, I've never thrown up before a match, and I hope to never do so. That is an
How about
experience.
doing it on camera?
I don't think
Dude.
I've seen any of you be nervous. Have you?
Yeah, there have been times where I was nervous, especially in the beginning days. But then when I started getting into the groove of CBW, especially coming back as the Marshall Paul, that really, because I'm wrestling Jacob Wayne today. I've wrestled him before. I know that. I've done the Canadian Destroyer before, which I was really nervous to do at first. But then once I got 2, 3, 4 reps into it during practice and during a match, I was completely fine. But the next time I really felt nerves was when BTW came down to California to collaborate with us. Because, it's kind of like starting over. Prior to that, I had never met these gentlemen, and I had never fought them before. But there were 2 moments I remember specifically. The first one or I don't know which one came first, but I remember one of them was J-Man doing a German suplex on me where he really lifted me. I was like, holy crap, this dude just picked me up like it was nothing.
That dude was strong.
Yeah, J-Man is extremely strong. Shout out to J-Man of BTW. And, you know, he did a German suplex on me, which William has done on me before, but I mean, J-Man, holy crap.
Did you like his more?
He's saying J-Man stronger than
Yeah,
you.
J-Man is just incredibly strong. But then I'd say the bigger of the two moments was when BES did that drop kick on me.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah,
To your face?
Yeah, I took a drop kick to the face, and I remember recoiling back from it because, like, you know, I just got kicked in the face, and I'm like, that wasn't so bad. In my head, I was thinking that wasn't so bad. And so that basically got rid of all the nerves I had for the BTW wrestlers. So I you know, that's just like those two flashpoints in time that I found interesting.
You know what? I'm gonna follow that up. Maybe because you said that, you know, you didn't feel as nervous because, you know, you faced him a couple times, you know.
Yeah, like
So
if you were to tell me right now I'm going to wrestle Jacob Wayne, I've wrestled Jacob Wayne before. I know his moves. He knows mine.
Right.
You know, I don't really have any nerves for that.
Well, like, it's probably the feeling where wrestling someone that you haven't wrestled before.
Right.
Like, maybe that's, you know, the nerve that kind of builds up.
You have to feel them out, figure out what's going on.
Yeah, you gotta figure out their chemistry, man, and see how they're gonna work with you.
I mean,
seriously.
Yeah, throughout every crossover I ever had, you know, I felt, you know, those nerves. And probably you guys have done the same, you know? Yeah. Probably.
I never really got nerves, even when we like started doing it. It was more like having that confidence that you can only really get after you start doing shit. Like, you know, like before you learn to swim, you gotta like jump in the fucking water first, right?
Yeah.
Like you gotta run the risk of drowning before you can like learn to swim, right? So that was kind of what it was always for me. Like if you look back in our videos, it was just kind of like the dorky ass tall kid, and you know, lack of a lot of confidence and whatnot. But you know, as time went on, you know, we started doing more stuff and, you know, getting more comfortable with each other and all that. You know, I was able to kind of get out of my, like, I was able to get that confidence I needed, and it goes wonders in a way when you can start feeling comfortable with your character, as well as just yourself and as an individual, and it helps you definitely do more of the promo work, definitely keep character while you're wrestling, and of course, for us, at least at CBW, we always run we always try to make everyone fucking break character so fast.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go one
Mess
episode
around too much.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, like, I think that's why our channel has a little bit, like, of a lighter feel to it, but I think that's why people like it, is because, you know, we're here to enjoy this. Like, this isn't something this isn't WCF. We don't come here
Damn.
we don't, like, don't get me wrong, like, those guys are cool, but they have a much stricter program than we do, right? We have more, like, fresh air, if you
Like
will.
a bit laid back or something?
Yeah, like, it's laid back, man. Like, we're here to enjoy this, and we want people to enjoy this, and that's it, man. That's, like, all we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has, you know, their own, I don't know how you say it, but have their own way of running things, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Their own style. Yeah.
My style of running things is to give people freedom to do what they want, make sure that they're happy,
Yeah,
and make sure everyone is like somewhat equal and somewhat like alright.
Yeah, but you are, like, the worst person to come to with an idea. you like...
I think I take everyone's ideas
No.
and formulate them all into one.
I can literally give an example of how that's so full of shit.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we come to Jacob with like match ideas, right? Most of the time, he's the guy that like sets it up, like in his head. He'll tell us about it and whatnot. And like when you first hear it, like you can't really fully see it from like his perspective, or like, so you ask him questions, and if it doesn't seem to go right, you always try to like add something in, right?
Yeah.
Right, like that you think would add a little bit more to it. Like, I don't know, like recently we were planning up a match, right? And it was for some belts and whatnot. I won't get into too much specifics, right? It involved a ladder, and the other belt required you to pin everyone else, right?
Yeah.
But
You mean the one we just posted
pretty
like,
much.
today?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And, you know, originally, like, the idea was if you get the belt in the tree, you know, that guy could just fuck off. Like, he can be champion, and that's it.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, that doesn't seem very right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, it doesn't seem good for him to just leave and not do anything else. That didn't sit well with me. So obviously I told Jacob that, and you just throw out ideas and whatnot, and he'll sit there quietly, right, very quietly contemplating how to hurt you.
Oh, damn.
Right.
And then he'll be like, you know what? I have a better idea. And like, at least for me, that always kind of just gets like a little stiff.
Yeah.
What he wanted to do was pretty much have a giant ass brawl with the whole roster and make it to where if you get pinned, you're eliminated, and whoever is the last one with the belt, like at the end of the elimination or the time limit, wins. And that sounded very familiar to an Aztec Warfare match, which is what's in Lucha Underground, I think. And I told him, and we made a deal. I was like, okay, for this match, we're going to do the ladder and battle royale thing because it's going to, it's just going to be us, whatever. Mm-hmm. But later this summer, okay, this is kind of spoilers, but we're going to do an Aztec Warfare match with the whole roster. And that's when we're going to...
To be fair, we never came to like a full-on agreement on that, man.
Yeah. No. Later in August, that's going to be like our big Collision pay-per-view. Because last year we did the barbed wire death match. No, it was the Tremor match.
Yeah.
The Tremor match.
Where all the belts were on the line. So this is going to be the same thing, and that's where we're going to have, I can't say the name, but he's going to become the new champion. Not you, Paul. Not your belt.
Oh.
That'll be interesting to see, to be honest.
Yeah, so
you don't see backyard wrestlers do Aztec Warfare. That's what he likes. He likes doing big, giant brawls and just everyone, just big hell commotion. Everything.
Not necessarily. That's not my favorite thing. I always like more of like when you can get like in touch with the characters and whatnot that you want to like portray and shit like that. That's my kind of stuff. But I was trying to integrate your ideas with stuff that I thought would spice up the match at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, instead of, just having, like, a dude take the belt and fuck off, right? Mm-hmm. You could have it up in the air for quite a bit of time. And
I think what saved and making me way more comfortable with that is that it wasn't on record.
Yeah.
Because I would have fucked up Paul's record. And
well, like, why would we count it, like, for the record? Right? Like, that's the thing that made no sense. Like, right? Because we haven't done that for, like, anything else.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
So you guys keep records, right, in you guys' federation?
Yep.
Yeah, we keep records. We reset them every season, but we kind of just go off of
it's like
all time record.
We just do overall records because
Yeah.
I have to go back and I have to count every single match. It's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I see. Well, good thing I'm not in CBW because I would have definitely have the most losses. Because in ACW, like the way we book it, I mean, we didn't have much people, at the time, so we kind of had to reuse people and all that. Right. And instead of having the same person winning, you kind of have to have other people go over you and, have more losses than wins. But I said this on my other podcast episode, but, to me, like, having a record, especially in backyard wrestling, isn't really a big deal because, it's not really about winning or losing, but it's about having fun,
Yeah. Right.
It's about, like, sharing the moment.
Like I said, I'm AEW rat, so when I noticed, they were really the first company to add records like that. So that really...
Wins, losses.
That when you look at a record, if someone's 18-3, like something like Paul's, what are yours, 16-6?
Oh, goodness.
17-6? Something like that.
You should already
That's
know
an
not to
amazing
ask
record.
us
He has the
what
best
fucking
record in AEW.
Wow.
Mine's like 20-15. It's like, alright. Yours is like 17-14 or 13.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's just because me and him have been in it like the longest.
Oh,
We've had the most matches, but yeah, I mean, it does. The losses do kind of fuck you over.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, when it comes to presenting that information, the win-loss record, I think part of it is just presenting more information to those who view the matches because like it's just. Okay, so I am very much into sports, and, I always like when I'm seeing,
The results?
Yeah, like the results in the stat lines. Like, less so today than, say, a couple years ago, because they will come up with the most insane stat lines. I'm a football fan, and it's like, Tom Brady is 3 for 4 on third down conversions on a Tuesday with 75 to 85 degree weather. It's like, okay, that is the most specific freaking stat line ever. I just want to know, what's his pass completion, ratio, even like the red zone statistics, I don't like those. But
Do you
yeah.
want me to start being more specific with the
No,
terms?
because that would just incur a lot more work for a disproportionately small amount of benefit.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
I would just put like former two-time YouTube champion.
Yeah, see
or-
that and the record. That's all you need to put. You know, name, record,
Couple
what champ.
accomplishments.
Yeah,
Like
what
what WWE
championship-
did, you know,
and
in the name
Yeah.
plates.
Yeah, what championships have they won, along with any other notable accolades?
I'm gonna be honest though, like I haven't seen other than probably BTW, like an editing backyard wrestling channel that does so much editing in their videos.
Ouch. I was kidding. No, you're good. I was joking, but go ahead.
Well, like if you look at a channel like WCEF, they do not edit a single thing.
Okay.
They just film it and upload it, which I think is a little lazy. They do sometimes film video packages for like a pay-per-view, and that's cool, but for their day-to-day videos, they don't like put anything. They don't even put the texts of who's coming out. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Like,
Little-
they don't put the nameplates?
no, they just
Wow.
like film the ground say, welcome to ICF, put it up, oh, he's here, oh, he's here. You know,
Okay.
It's like
I see.
a little lazy. You
Yeah.
gotta step up your game, WCF.
Well,
And they have 1,000 subs. They have more than us.
well,
Uh-huh.
let's be fair here. We're not like the best on the editing front either.
I wouldn't say we're the best. I'd say
Yeah,
we're
there's-
like one of the
Decent?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I've watched a few videos and we've definitely left bloopers in there that
Yeah,
were not
there's-
supposed to be in there.
I
I've
remember
only
there was-
done 2 videos where there's been bloopers, and I forgot to take it out.
You've left a few in there.
there was one video I remember. There was like a 2-minute blooper left in there.
Motherfucker.
I mean, that one was just glaringly obvious, but some of them are just like, you know, you'll just hear
A smile or something.
stage direction, or maybe like, okay, let's just restart it from
Just
there.
hurry the fuck up and do it already.
Well, okay, well that's just William on the daily.
There were 2 videos where I did that. One video was a ladder match for like the tag team belts. William and Jason Domino versus Sag and El Pequeño, I believe. And I remember it was mid-match. William was fighting, then he stops. Okay, actually, hold on a sec. So guys, should I go over here? Mid-video.
Oh.
I don't think I did
and I
that.
forgot to take that out. And I remember Aaron that morning screamed at me to take down the video.
Uh-huh.
And there was one other time I did that, and it was the first ever TNT, and it was a little recently, like what, January? And it was William and Mackay's match. It was like I wanted to have like a big, like high quality match. Our world champ versus YouTube champ, William versus Mackay. Big giant match for the first TNT.
Yeah.
And I accidentally left
Direction and
I left it where I was recording. I put the phone down and I just like yelled at you guys because of something, and then I put it up. And then someone commented, "God, the cameraman is such a tyrant."
yeah.
I don't know what was going on. I forgot, but I took
No,
that
it's
one down.
fucking Makai didn't want to do his fucking move, and you know, like
Did I put down the phone? I was like, Mackay, just do the move. Or something.
Yes.
And like you could be like, you
And he's
could hear
like-
that.
Oh yeah, I just put the phone down. It was still recording. I was like, okay, why don't you do? Yeah.
And then he's like, "Well, dude, Will's not in the fucking like position." I'm like, "Dumbass, I can't just sit in a fucking solid position for you to do your fucking move. I have to make it look natural, you idiot.
Yeah.
So just fucking do your move and I'll be there. I'm fucking in the ring. It's hard to miss me."
That was only 2 times I fucked up editing. That's it.
When you guys film, like, I mean, everybody has like different styles, you know.
Mhm.
Like when you guys film, do you guys like try to film like one consecutive, like nonstop?
It's easier if we do that, but most of the time what happens is we kind of
Oh, you
break
mean
it up
one
into
take
clips.
for a match?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
usually we try to.
The general formula for our videos is
We'll fuck up and then we'll have to do it again.
Other than that, we'll film, say it's just a general match, we'll film the entrances, along with the introduction. So
Yeah.
you'll have one
have
entrance
that down,
clip,
yeah.
another entrance clip, and then the match with great effort, we attempt to make the match one fluid shot, and then we might have a, like an after-match promo, and then something to tease something that will happen later on.
If someone really screws up a move and they want to redo it, we'll just cut it and start it from there.
And you know what? Most of our mistakes when it comes to the wrestling moves happens like in the first couple seconds of the match, and we're like, oh, we can just restart it. You know, it's like
it's harder to redo everything once you've like gotten like 20 minutes of it.
right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because like the way we film, we try to do like one take, you know.
Yeah.
And if we botch or like something happens, like we'll stop filming there. Then like when I edit, like I have 2 clips, like the first video and the second video where like we picked up,
Yeah.
It has to finish there. Then like I like to edit pretty unique. Like I don't know if you've seen my editing in ACW. I
A
don't
little
know.
bit, yeah.
So like I always like to include like a bunch of replays, like if there was like a big spot, I'll put a replay.
Yeah.
Then like in ACW, like between the 2 videos, like I'll put a replay in the middle, add some transitions, and then like it'll look like it's a replay, then back to the video, and it doesn't even look like
So you pretty much you fill it in and
Yeah.
it looks decent. Yeah.
I mean, like to me, I like I'm like a video audio production guy,
Yeah.
I like
Gotcha.
film stuff. And if it wasn't for Backyard Wrestling, I would have like done something similar,
Mhm.
filming. But like with Backyard Wrestling, like you get to like film, you get to create your own product, you know?
Yeah. You get to make a story.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what we do. We tell stories.
What do you want to do when you like get older? Like, do you want to be a wrestler?
I mean,
Or
in few years, yeah, because right now I'm riding horses, and you have to have a certain weight,
Gotcha.
because you don't want to be like Jacob Wayne's weight. And
Yeah, that
Ride a
is
horse.
too much for any
Sam.
horse.
too fat for the horse?
no, not necessarily too fat. I mean, there's like big dudes, like 200-pound dudes riding horses.
Yeah.
But like when you win, like when you ride a race, you don't want to be too heavy because
Yeah, you gotta be
slow down.
Yeah,
That's-
that's extra weight that the horse has to carry. That.
yeah.
Guess
Yeah.
it would help being
Yeah.
smaller.
See,
Mhm.
that's when your nervousness would help, because then you could throw up and lose a few pounds.
Pretty much.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, then like I want to give it like a few years in the horse business, and like once I'm done, I want to like get big, because right now, I mean I do go to the gym, but I can't
You
build
can't,
up big.
yeah, you can't pack on the weight. You gotta slim down.
Yeah.
Right.
Then I just try to stay in shape,
Hmm.
stay slim, fit.
Just shred.
Yeah.
Just do a lot of cardio.
Mm-hmm.
Just you know what to do? Don't lift heavy. Lift lightweight but a lot of reps.
Okay.
Because what that's gonna do is completely shred you. Like, for example, I just at the gym the other day, me and this guy, we had pretty much the same biceps size. He was literally like your size, but his biceps are super big,
Wow.
but very toned. And I told him, oh, I just go heavy, like 80 pounds,
Yeah.
He goes like 20 pounds, but he does like 50 reps each.
Damn.
So if you're trying to build size, go heavy. If you're trying to tone down and just like cut down and look really good, go lightweight, a lot of reps.
Yeah, because I used to have like back in high school, like I used to have these people that like just work out pretty much every day, like kind of like bodybuilders,
You had your own Jacob Wayne's.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, like back then in high school, before I was like into the horse, I was like interesting because I wanted to like
Getting in the horse.
or like get like
Gotta
have
get
like a
in
good
the
body
horse.
form. But like
Oh.
I always get mixed up because there's like I still don't understand, like you gotta eat this much calories then burning,
Yeah.
then you have to like, for example, what you said, like there's a difference between lifting heavy but like this certain amount of reps compared to lightweight but like many amount of reps, because like they do different stuff to your body.
Yeah.
But that's something good, something new that I learned today about working out, which is pretty good.
They say for guys to usually have 25. I don't know if it was 2,000 or 2,500 calories a day.
I think it's 2,500 because, well, I think it depends on your body
Right.
weight.
Like,
Yeah.
I would imagine though it did say 2,500.
I think that's the bench line for like if you want to start getting healthier or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like
I think 2,500 is like the benchmark.
I'll give you an example. I was literally like your size, super, super skinny, right? 140 pounds. That was like the most least I've ever weighed. That was literally when I was like 19.
He's been 140
Or 18.
pounds since he was a baby.
When I was 18 or 19, that's how much I weighed. And I remember my girlfriend made a comment to me that completely motivated me to start gaining weight.
Wait, which one?
The one I'm with now. She made this comment to me and that made me just start hitting the gym and doing benching and going fucking hard.
What was the comment? You could be
I
bigger.
I never benched and I never went heavy. I stayed at the same weight for literally years. I only used 35-pound dumbbells. I never went up. Like, I seriously never pushed myself to do heavier weight. And I bench pressed with my dad. I never bench pressed before. And I got up a plate and like a 25, I think. And I thought I was like a beast. I was texting my girlfriend.
Oh shit, I'm a boss.
I was like, I lifted this. I'm so proud. Then she said, my brothers can do double that. That comment made me like say, you know what?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck this. I'm done.
I'm done with you.
I decided to up my calories from 2,500 with the weight gainer shake and the extra meal I ate. I was about eating 4,000 calories a day, which is like unheard of.
So that's why you take so fucking long in the bathroom. You're constantly shitting.
4,000 calories a day. I started lifting fucking heavy, even if it was only 2 reps. Heavy on my legs, on deadlift, on bench press. And the whole year I was in college, I'm now here. This is like probably the bestest shape I've ever been in.
Bestest.
So, most best, whatever that vocabulary
I think
is.
it's just best.
It's just best.
Yeah, because when I had my match against him, I got to see his physique, and I was like, God damn it, is that the fucking Terminator?
We do make fun of him too
But
much.
the only thing with bulking is that you're going to lose your abs. And, I mean, they're alright, but they're not, like,
they're
amazing.
not as good as they used to be.
So, I'm decided to cut. So, this summer, I'm dropped my calories to, like, 2,500 to 3,000-ish. And I'm doing a lot more cardio. In fact, I was doing cardio to train for BTW. That's part of the reason. And I've now dropped from... Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say. The max of my bulk, I became 195 pounds. So I went from 140 to 195.
Damn.
Yeah, and now I'm at 180. So I'm dropping a little bit, and I'm thinking of staying.
Okay.
It's a good way to...
How much can you bench?
Your mom.
The most I ever benched was 285, which is 2 plates, a 25, and a 5.
Wow.
And right now I can get up 275, but I was working to get that 285 back up again. But obviously this BTW trip happened, so now my workouts kind of decided to go down.
Right.
But
Just bench one of the BTW wrestlers.
my squat's been going up though. I can do 335 on a squat.
Just pick up
That's
RJS
interesting.
and start squatting, dude.
That's interesting.
What do you mean that's interesting?
It's just interesting that you can do 335
Why?
in a squat.
Why?
Why not?
I mean, that's a lot. I mean,
Yeah, it's
in my opinion, that's a lot.
it's a fair amount
That's
of weight
3
there.
plates and 10? Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, my squat used to be really bad. I feel like my bench has been going down, my squat's been going up. And that usually happens when you do the 3 lifts. You usually focus on one, and then the other 2 are kind of bad.
Okay, see.
But
What would you guys say was one of some great matches you guys had when you guys did backyard wrestling?
Like when we
at
actually
all?
built a
Yeah,
real ring.
like top 3.
Oh, yeah.
You guys could.
When we-
top 3 of your favorite matches, William. What do you got?
That match I did with Jason a little while back.
The 3 stages of hell?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, the
That one I liked a lot.
Okay.
I just liked the transitioning atmosphere that it had. I don't really have necessarily favorite matches. I do have favorite clips and shit
Okay.
from like all this stuff, but most of it's usually my shit because I was just like I found it funny later than I just thinking about it.
Like a compilation.
Yeah.
What you like.
So like one of them was, me and Jason were strolling after I take over the company, sort of.
Oh, when you win the world
William
belt?
Barker Wrestling.
Yeah, and I had Orville in the fucking trunk, and we were just giving him shit the entire day. And
Like, go make us a sandwich.
I threatened the hot box him to death, so that was funny.
Right.
I did a little promo a little while back, and I called everyone out. Jay, I think you were there. Paul was there, I think. And, I had Barbados with me, and we were just...
I think BTW put that promo on their channel.
Did they? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was calling everyone out, and I kind of went on a rant, and people commented, and I liked that. I don't know. That was one of my favorite parts. I more so than doing the matches, my favorite thing is doing like the promos.
Yeah, the promos are fun.
Dude, your promo with RTG today was fucking...
Oh, the fucking balcony.
Dude, I had to steal one of your lines because it was just so great.
I'm surprised you didn't say that Red X match was one of your favorites.
No, Red X was definitely one of my favorites, but that fucking match hurt.
All you said was the 3 stages of hell, and I guess maybe the...
Well, okay,
Red X match.
I thought you meant like our matches. Like
Well,
our,
really,
like
any
CBW.
matches.
Okay, well then definitely they gotta add in the WCF matches because there were some big time matches we did.
Yeah.
Alright, and Red X I would definitely say is one of the better people I've wrestled, but fuck me, that fucking match hurt. That like literally, okay, we were supposed to go like I think 20 maybe 30 minutes. We were aiming to go higher, you know, kind of like what you were gonna do with Trey or Savior, but literally halfway through. He suplexes the shit out of me, and on the trampoline, my neck bent inward too much, and I thought, "Fuck me, this hurt." Like I thought I broke something. Like that's how bad it was, and I was like, "We gotta stop. We gotta."
You told him to end it?
Yeah, I was like, "Fucking just end it."
You know, me and Trey were supposed to go 30 minutes. I think our match was like 20. He told I was like, all right, let's do a destroyer, and then he's like, no, dude, my calf is like pulled, just end it. And I was like, really?
Yeah, dude, fucking hurt. Like I think I rode in on a lawnmower. My favorite part was riding it on the lawnmower.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
I remember hearing about that.
That was just fun as fuck. They had riding lawnmowers. It was fun.
Yeah.
If you had to choose one other match, so Red X, 3 stages of hell, Jason. One more match that you say your favorite. What is it? Let's get 3 matches up there.
I gotta think. The Royal Rumbles we do are fucking pains in the ass to film because you're constantly.
But I think they're fun.
No, they're fun, but at the same time, they're just a lot of work, right? And you can't like. This is literally like if you ever notice when the camera like will. This is a trade secret, okay?
Okay.
Whenever the camera's not focused on you, do not fucking move. Just take a nap for a minute, all right? And when it comes back, continue.
Yeah, there's no point to fight if the camera's not
Yeah,
on.
like
I mean, I understand that, yeah, for sure.
Right. Like, there's no point. So we're like, as soon as the camera transitions away from us, we stop doing that. And I love taking those little mini breaks in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we, pretty much did in the ladder match,
Yeah.
I mean, because, like, there were some spots where, the camera wasn't even showing us, so we were just chilling,
Yeah.
until the camera came back at us.
Yeah, I did really like the 3 stages of hell match we made, but then fucking Aaron broke one of the fucking poles. That badass.
We had ropes up on our trampoline, and then our wrestler, or former wrestler,
we literally
Aaron,
built like an actual like ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember walking into work that day because I don't know. But anyway, so I walk in and I see, well, hot damn, there's ropes.
Alright, well, Paul.
Alright, I was looking through these just to make sure too. My absolute most favorite, the crown jewel of all my matches, was definitely Drip Mania 1 main event, myself versus Aaron. And bless you, William.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Another one, bless you.
You get one more of those, William.
I'm gonna get a few. Fucking allergies.
Yeah.
Fuck Oregon.
Is that the one where you used the chair? At the end of the match?
I believe I might have used a chair in that one, but what I remember it most for was the absolutely legendary build up to it, because in Drip Mania, the build up to it was that Aaron and myself were in a competition of who was the drippiest, and we all, who had the most drip, this, that, and the third, and so we had multiple just clips in different videos from that, and then it comes all comes to a head at Drip Mania, and that's either that or right before that is when I debuted. Yeah, no, it was Drip Mania where I debuted the Canadian Destroyer, and that was fun to do. So that's why Drip Mania 1 main event is my favorite match that I've ever done. As for my number 2 and 3, that would be, let's see. Oh, the 2021 Royal Rumble. That was
that one.
Yeah, that was a fun match. 1 to win, and 2nd, I got to fight. Oh goodness, I got to fight a lot of people. I don't remember all of them.
He won the Rumble from the number 1 position.
Yeah,
All right.
So,
and that's
out of how many men?
10,
10, 11?
11, something like that. And then
Impressive.
number 3 is Oktoberfest Part 3, William versus Paul YouTube Championship. Even though I ended up losing that one was one of our best because not only by myself and William, but others have mentioned it as well, that like our banter in the videos is like some of the best, and honestly it's so fun to banter with William. We just are a great pair in that regard. And one of my least favorite things ever to happen in wrestling happened in this match. William just freaking teabags me while he's beating me. And, oh goodness, that was an interesting experience. But that was also, we had a live crowd for that match.
Yeah.
That helped. And, goodness, there was one more point I wanted to mention.
There was a good tea bag.
Shut up, William. Yeah, but that would be my number 3. So it would be Drip Mania 1 main event, myself versus Aaron is the crown jewel. Number 2, Royal Rumble 2021. And number 3, Oktoberfest Part 3, William v. Paul YouTube Championship.
Can I add a comment for that first one? When he fought Aaron, it was actually kind of a drama thing in our company. So the plan was I was going to BTW. I wanted to kind of do a Kenny Omega storyline where I had the world and YouTube belt, and I came over here, then I won the Continental, and I had all 3 belts.
Okay.
So I needed to win the YouTube belt. So I was like, all right, I'm winning the YouTube belt there, but Paul and Aaron are fighting for the YouTube belt. So either Aaron holds it for 2 weeks, or Paul just defends it one last time before dropping to me. And Aaron was pushing; he really wanted to win that YouTube belt, like really bad, and Paul wanted to defend it, obviously.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, yeah, that's right. We compromised and said I would play dirty with the chair.
Both of you were kind of on that, and we're like, let's just leave it to a vote. And then our people in our group chat were just like, dude, just let him keep it. Well, there's no point for Aaron to win it for 2 weeks, and he got mad. But I made a deal with Aaron that Paul would cheat to win. So that's... Yeah, but it was a pain in the ass to deal with that whole shit. Because that was like drama. Yeah. That was really bad.
What about you, Jacob Wayne? Top 3?
Okay, well, me and Xavier clearly has to
Clearly.
be up there.
Yeah.
Boy, you would not stop talking about that for months and months and
It
months
was
on end.
alright. Like,
We had a great match. We had great spots.
I mean,
I was
and
like,
our chemistry was really good.
it
like,
became a slap fest towards the end. Like
Okay.
that was it.
the accolades that match receives are well deserved, but my goodness, when I can't stop hearing about it in promos for 6 months, gets a little bit old. Back to you, Jacob Wayne.
You know what? Now that I filmed RJS and Wayne 3 and we did number 2, that first match we did, like RJS versus Wayne 1 where I had the Batman paint on, that was honestly so surreal. Like, we broke the internet that night because when BTW... Did you watch that?
Yeah, I was there.
When they invaded us, like...
watching.
And then me and RJS dream match, like, we went 30-minute draw, both of us looked even. Honestly, like, we both did some crazy-ass fucking moves. That will always be up there, so... Third one? Probably... it's kind of a tie, because me and Makai have had some bangers. But then again, I think I did have some really good matches with BES.
Yeah.
So...
I think one definitely worthy of mention was the first trampoline park match. I mean, just the uniqueness.
Yeah, that one.
Any... well, yeah, but even the Oktoberfest, me and Makai fight for the vacant world belt.
Oh, yeah.
We went for 30 minutes in that one, too. But, I mean, I don't know. Me and Makai have had battles, like, all over. Fun fact, me and Makai actually would wrestle matches on our trampoline before we made CBW.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Before anyone could film it, they
Yeah.
would wrestle.
So me and
alone
Makai are the
on
fucking
trampoline.
OGs of everything, but yeah, I've had some battles with Makai. I think our styles are so different and we just mesh well together. So honest, I'd probably have to put him at number 3. However, BES matches, like from last year, will probably be at number 4 if you want. Because, yeah,
Good.
we had some good spots in there and stuff.
For sure.
How about you?
Well, one of them, I mean, I can't say right now because I still haven't, finished my taping here.
Uh-huh.
So, like, it's kind of hard to explain that part, but the other ones, they're not in order, but in number one, my dream opponent against Caution at Devil's Night.
I watched one of them where it turned nighttime.
Yeah.
Was it that one?
Yeah, it was that
Okay,
one.
I watched that one.
It was the 3
Yeah.
stages of hell, and it was pretty crazy because it was 3 years in the making.
3 years in the
Really?
making.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So we would always talk crap to each other on my channel and his channel. And
Mhm.
like, since he's like this virus, deadly, whatever gimmick, he would like invade our channels, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like, he'll send like these creepy pasta videos, these
Yeah.
threats like, oh, Derrick ain't gonna last and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, we were just playing mind games with each other. And we did a video package, which I thought that was pretty cool because I tried to find some best moments throughout the years that would fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Then the moment, because we didn't have like a face-to-face backstage interview or whatnot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How like other backyard federations do it. We just had a pay-per-view. He came out first, I came out first. Boom, the match started. And to be honest, like, it kicked so much ass that we couldn't even like get up till the next day because we were so all bruised up and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Just a fight.
yeah, because like I liked the match. I think I established this before. Like, it wasn't, you know, title match where it wasn't who was a better wrestler. You know, it was just
like me
about
and Savior.
it was just about two guys wrestling
Yep.
and, you know, doing the impossible.
Mm-hmm.
My second match, it has to be against Skullface, where he shaved my head because it was a hair versus mask match, and it was also for the ACW champion.
Gotcha.
And there was a wicked stipulation. So if I beat Skullface, he removes his mask. If he beats me, I lose the title. But if he doesn't beat me before the timer runs out, I lose my hair.
Oh.
And I'm guessing that happened.
Yeah.
I think I saw that too.
So I would say that was a pretty fun match because, you know, like, there was this crazy ways of ending the match, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you could either see a new champion, you know, see the identity of Skullface, or, you know, see the baldness of Derrick. And I thought that was pretty unique.
Did you have to buzz your head anyways?
Oh, yeah.
So why?
I mean,
Or did you just do it for fuck of it, just for the channel?
yeah, for ACW. Because, like, no one has really done hair versus hair in backyard that I know not.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, throughout, like, my childhood, I always shaved my head because, you know, I was a big fan of The Rock, you know?
Yeah.
So I would be like, you smell what The Rock is cooking, whatever. But, like, it doesn't really affect me. Like, I'll go to school the next day and be like, why are you bald? He's like, I did it for you too. And
I did it for clout.
Yeah.
That's lit. I did it for the subs.
Yeah.
Literally.
And they're like, whoa, really? He's like, where is it? He's like, oh, it's on YouTube. And they went to go check it out, and that was pretty cool.
And-
So that, you know,
And it blew up.
yeah.
See, I think that's like the interesting thing about the whole thing. You're always trying to come up with like an idea that can somehow
Sure.
spark interest. I would say,
Oh.
and like we've definitely worked out some good matches and stuff like that. And like, but sometimes like the bigger matches that we try to like perform in don't
Mhm.
like perform as well as like some of the just more basic matches we
Yeah.
do, which is just crazy to me.
Mm.
So it's always interesting to figure out like what kind of ideas do you just randomly get.
And we thought of the idea of, you know, our own version of, you know, NXT War Games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we had two trampolines, one's blue, one's red, and we call it Devil's Playground. So
Mm.
each wrestler starts on a different trampoline, and so it just starts from there. It's the whole match. Well, throughout the whole match is pretty, you know, no disqualifications match because, you know, it's a Devil's Playground, so anything could go. For my third match, that I would say, I would say, for right now, I would say, you know, Derrick versus Jacob Wayne.
No way.
I mean, because, like, overall,
He's lying.
I mean, I wouldn't say that as a joke, but I mean, I guess, like, naming the, you know, the third one, because if you have, you know, the first two, they're pretty easy, but naming the last one, I mean, I wouldn't say our match was top 3, but, like, it was pretty good, you know?
You had a good match.
Yeah, we had a good match, but
Yeah.
Speared the fuck out of me.
yeah, I scared him out. I didn't, like, expected that. I'm like, holy shit.
William and I got to watch that match live as it
Yeah.
was being recorded, and it was
Yes,
a
it
great
was.
match.
But if I would just do it, you know, refer my top 3, my third one, I believe it would be when I was in TBW, my debut match.
Mhm.
Because it was a cool atmosphere because it wasn't, you know, on a trampoline, you know? So I got to, like, you know, work in a backyard wrestling ring. So I had to, you know,
That's
Oh, it was
really
a
cool.
full-on ring.
yeah. So I have to be like, pretty creative and see how I'll be able to work in it.
How was it?
I would say the padding, it should have been a little bit more.
Oh, so it hurt.
Yeah. I mean, for a guy like me, because I'm like, pretty scrawny compared to those guys,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like bigger than me, but the Atomic Titan, if he's listening to this, we pretty much had like a good chemistry. We kind of like shared some good similarities, and if it's possible, it would be nice to have a rematch, or better yet, have another run in DBW.
Yeah.
So I would say that those were my top 3 matches that I had.
Nice.
You know what? Can I add another one?
No.
Because William was in this. I want to know if William agrees with me. Do you remember the first Outbreak we did? You and Aaron versus me, Makai? That tag team?
Yeah.
Did you like doing that?
The tag team or just the Outbreak?
Aaron was world champ. You were USA champ. Me and Makai fought you in a tag team, and we did a winner take all.
Was that when you were doing your Hunter and Jungle?
Yes. And he was doing the Chef and Ref connection.
The Chef and Ref connection.
Oh wait, didn't you only do
God.
that like that shtick like once, like where you changed it up like?
No, I mean, no, that was
No.
Yeah, because the idea was that
'Cause
we're from me and Makai called our tag team Jungle Fury. We had it that we trained in the jungle for this match.
Didn't you become like some weird animal and then he?
No, we had it to where I was the hunter and he was the animal, and that became my gimmick. So I wore like a little poncho. I had a gas mask on with a gun, came out, and then Makai had a full-on chain on him with like fangs, like face paint, a full white suit.
You gave Makai the chain.
Yeah, I was scared to put it up because I didn't know if it was going to be like, the
yeah,
white
sure.
man chaining
Yeah,
up the
that was the
black
reason why
guy.
you
But-
gave him the
Okay.
chain.
But yeah, I don't know, and I had the full black face paint here. Kind of like a prelude to my Batman shit I'm doing now, kind of.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Same.
But you didn't have fun doing that match?
No, I did. I have fun doing all the matches.
I don't know, that match was like a lot of fun for me to do.
Yeah.
That's probably number 5.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's like top tier or anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's hard. Like you said, it's hard to pick that like last one, right? 'Cause,
Right.
yeah.
like I've definitely done a match here, and it's been really fun. Like I would definitely consider it one of my favorites, at least, just because it's always fun to like work with new people and
Yeah.
just see how they function.
Yeah, I recall we did a ladder match today, and I remember at the end of it, not gonna spoil what happened, but at the end of it, I was just kind of sitting there like, man, that was fun.
Yeah.
For like
I
a lot of shenanigans was just
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, like I was not speaking to anybody in particular. I was not in conversation with anybody. I just sat there and said to myself, verbally, out loud, that was fun. Like, so I've had fun with every match, but yeah, my top 3 are what I stated earlier.
Yeah. Like there's a difference between your top 3 than your favorite matches,
Right.
because
I do like the Treasure Island matches we do.
the Treasure Island ones.
Yeah, it's kind of like our big Money in the Bank. if you will.
Okay.
Usually they prelude like before. Yeah, they prelude our rumbles, which the rumbles usually indicate who's gonna be like our next big champion, right? So the Treasure Island one can always kind of vary in like what you'll get in it. Sometimes it's just one prize. You can also add in a few, and obviously like one of the prizes you want is a second chance. So like if you get eliminated, you can call this in and come back in early.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or like another one could be like, you can just directly challenge the champion. Right. Something like that.
I see.
And those are always my favorite. And I like that because, we were just trying to come up with ideas for, content, what we could do. And I was like, well, why don't we just give, a big shot to every guy in the whole organization? Yeah.
I see. How do you feel about this crossover? Like
This
that we're about
crossover?
to do?
If I have to compare it to WCF, definitely similar. Of course, we're going to be here a little bit longer than there, so we're going to get a lot more content than I necessarily thought we got there. Okay, but I'm definitely feeling like the same kind of vibes. And I really liked working up there in Texas, right?
Okay.
It was one of my favorite things to do, honestly. And, like...
The lawnmower.
Yes. The lawnmower. I was like, it's one of my favorite things. Right? I think... the first day is always kind of like the roughest because you're getting off a flight, you're you know, you're just exhausted. Then you got to immediately get into work because you don't have enough time. And we're in Oregon, and the weather can be, you know, fucking crazy as shit. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because earlier, well, I mean, I filmed 2 matches. Then when we went to go pick you guys up, before I fell asleep, you know, it was raining. And when I woke up, it was kind of like sprinkling, you know.
Yeah.
But by the time we got back home, it was like, you know, pretty much sunny.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's bipolar.
Yeah. I just like the BTW feel they got. Like it's very familial, if you will.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
you know, like you know, 3 of their guys are literally family members, right? Like, and, you know, I thought that was just a cool idea. And I like how like homey this is.
For it's like chill, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's not stressful, and you know, and so it's always fun, you know, talking to the guys.
Yeah. Because on my first crossover, like, I kind of went by myself, you know.
Oh yeah.
With someone else, but he was practically my ride, you know.
Yeah.
Then, you know, I had to stay at a hotel, so I didn't really have to like bond with the guys a lot.
Yeah.
Then my second crossover was with Caution at Devil's Night. Funny story, I stayed there for like practically like a week, you know.
Oh damn.
Just to film 1 match.
Fuck.
But like the way I saw it was like more of like a hangout, like a friendship, you know.
Yeah.
Because like we've been friends for like many years, like since we started backyarding, and I saw it like as like a weekend or a week of like friendship, you know. Then after that, when I left North Carolina, I went to Tennessee, and I was there for like just a day, filming, you know, a few matches and.
Damn, bro, you film a lot, man.
Yeah, and I filmed 3 matches, but you know they couldn't get the last video in TBW because like, you know, their phone got erased or something like that.
Oh, that's fucking rough.
Yeah, and I took like some good bumps, and I was like, damn. But other than that, you know, they got their shit together, you know.
Yeah.
And other people, you know, they're being careful, like, you know.
Yeah.
RJS, you know, he gets his phones ready, like Troy.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, have enough space, you know.
Yeah, he got it ready, and he's got it all like planned, you know, like he's got the matches in order. Like,
the least thing you want is be unprepared, like.
Yeah. You don't want to go into it and be like, oh, this could be whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And you know, and it's hard planning it out. Like Jacob plans it out, right? You know, like, and obviously, like, you know, we try to help out as much as we can, but you know, he's the main, you know, organizer of what we're going to be doing and how it's going to go.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. So it's very difficult to keep a track of every single little thing that everyone's going to be doing, and you got to make sure everyone looks good while doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because me and Ryan, we've been talking, you know, about my run for like a year or 2, you know?
Yeah.
And look where we're at right now. Like, we're actually making it happen. And the cool part is, like, we get days instead of, you know, having 1 day just to film everything.
Oh, yeah.
We get to, like, space it out, you know, take a break, you know, just chill.
Fuck yeah.
And plan out what's next, you know?
Yeah.
Do this podcast.
For sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like, we've been talking for, like, an hour and, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right now, like, back home, it's 3 in the morning.
Fuck.
Like I'm kind of, like, tired because I'm kind of used to that feeling, you know?
Yeah, you're used to Central Time Zone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude.
And you guys are, what was it? What type of Pacific?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're in the
Yeah,
Pacific
same.
Time Zone.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's the same here as it would be at home, but
Yeah,
it
we're
did-
also jet lagged as hell.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't get any sleep fucking last night. So
Right.
when I was flying in, I was fucking exhausted, man. So
Mhm.
like, I maybe got like an hour's worth of sleep on the flight over,
Yeah.
but that's like it, and that's like not even good sleep like whatsoever.
I got a killer nap on the plane.
Well, yeah, but I was like all hunched forward up.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't.
that'll do it.
Every fucking time I try to lean my chair back, the stewardess or flight attendant people will always be like, "Can you move your seat up for me?" And I'm like, "Why the fuck do I have to move my seat up?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I never knew that was an option that you could, like, move it back.
You can. It's on the little armrest. There's like usually a button and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
I'll keep that in mind for the next flight.
There
How
you
was
go.
it? Because, like, with me, like, I travel by myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how is it, you know, traveling with your bros?
It's definitely fun traveling with your bros, but at the same time, you know, sometimes you just want to take a chill nap on like the plane
Yeah.
and not be like bother to like look at a picture of like, you know, some hot chick, or some shit. Like, you know, like you're like, yeah, she's very nice. Like, I'll definitely fantasize about like her when I'm sleeping, but like.
Yeah, because I always wanted to experience, you know, traveling with, you know, your bros. To,
Yeah.
You know, doing what you guys do, you know.
Well, it's definitely fun. It's definitely fun when you got like 3 people. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there? Do you guys have anything else to say that you want to say to the backyard community?
I only learned this when I started, and it's because Jacob told me this, and is that, you know, the backyard community doesn't get a lot of like respect, I guess, from like, you know, professionals, obviously, you know, because this is a dangerous thing, you know.
Pretty much.
They don't want you doing it because, you know, you can get hurt, you can ruin your career, you can do all this stuff. It
Did you
just,
hear that, Paul?
Yeah.
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 What?
Sorry, I'm treating it as a joke.
Well,
Yeah.
this match hasn't been uploaded yet, but I did goof up a move and led
He
to
doesn't
some.
fall back with his suplexes. He just kind of throws them back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Efren was in the worst spot. he
Yeah,
could-
unfortunately, I chose the worst spot to goof up.
God, that was.
I heard that. I mean, I didn't hurt, but like my shoe flew off.
Yeah.
Like so fucking high.
And then
Let me
someone
just tell
jumped
you-
in. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, let me just tell you guys, when you see that, it's a beautiful sight.
Yeah.
For sure. You just don't want to be in the receiving end.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Fucking sucks when you get fucking belted. It just.
Yeah.
God, it kills you.
Luckily, it was a tag match because if it was like just a 1-on-1,
Yeah.
I had to like fucking powerhouse do that.
Yes.
That would have been the finishing move.
Yeah,
The
bro.
unkick-outable suplex into the freaking bars.
Bro. That could have been like an OMG moment.
Yeah. Yeah, but back to my thing. Like, so Jacob told me that, and I was like, well, you know, like, obviously they're gonna not like support this, like, but I think, you know, it's a great way for, you know, to make friends, to express yourself, and, you know, as long as you got a cool bunch of like guys to hang out with, you know, I think that's just good for you.
Yeah.
Especially after fucking COVID and all that stuff.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Like, we kind of stopped for a little while because of that. Everyone was getting sick left and right, and, you know, we didn't want to hang out during that. And it was very, like, down. Like, I was very down because of that, you know? Simply because I was like, you know, like when you do something over and over and over again, and then you, like, expect to do it again, and, like, on, like, a day you don't do it, it's, like, fucking weird to your brain.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't compute. Like, that's kind of what it was like for me, and I was like, fuck. I guess I'm fucking stuck doing this shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of, my piece.
What about you, Paul? Is there anything else you want to say to the
Don't
community?
fucking slam people's legs in the rails.
Ladies and gentlemen, safety is priority. Make sure you prioritize it if you participate in backyard wrestling, because, yeah, I mean, it is a dangerous sport. I remember one time I was on the receiving end of one of Jacob Wayne's infamous one-winged angels and landed on my neck a little weird.
Yeah.
And lived to tell the tale with no injuries from that, so to speak of. But, you know, that was a bit of a wake-up call of, oh, crap. But also, like to extend a thank you to those who watch our videos and those who comment. With regards to those who comment, a special thank you to Apache King. Dude comments on every video, and dude,
OG.
Yeah, dude's an OG, and he has such like an in-depth analysis of every video he comments on.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be like at this time frame, you know.
Yeah, he
like
puts timestamps and his reaction to whatever happened at that, and you know now he says every CBW video needs to have a cameo by the dog, and he puts timestamps for whenever that does happen.
Nice.
And that's always freaking funny.
Yeah.
Just imagine until the Apache King watches, you know, this crossover.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow his.
Shout out to you, Apache King.
On that note, guys, be sure to be careful during practice too. I just remembered a time when, you know, we were practicing a match, right? Just to be sure everything was okay and no one was gonna die. Fucking Aaron busted a tooth off hitting me with a chair.
Oh.
Wow.
And he broke his own fucking tooth. So just, you know, be careful.
His dad had to pay like $700 for that filler.
You're fucking
Wow.
lucky your mom like signed
That's a
like
lot.
they made us sign those fucking things. He's so
That's a
fucking.
lot. Wow.
I
Yeah.
know.
Apparently, his dad or his parents weren't even mad. He's like,
Damn.
so we got kind of lucky, I guess.
Hey, you were wrestling, you lost a
Like-
tooth? Oh, wow.
But the thing was, no one did anything to him. He was doing the move to someone else, and it wasn't like
He
like
hit you with the chair and it reflected back and hit it.
which was I was like, are you sure that's what fucking happened? Because I understand the hitting part,
Ow.
but my body's like not springy enough to just be like, boop, and just fucking knock it out.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck did you do? At one
Return
point-
to sender.
Like, at one point I thought I might have, like, elbowed him or something, but I don't think I did because I had both my hands on the fucking ring. I was like, okay, fuck. That's not good. And then we just carried on and we were like, dude, you should have used the broken tooth during the match. Be like, we broke your fucking tooth.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we got. Did we get that or not?
No, we were practicing.
Okay.
Did you guys like took a photo of it? Like what happened or what? No.
I don't think I have one. Do you?
I don't have one. Why would I take a
Maybe
picture of
Aaron
this?
definitely has one, but we don't talk to Aaron anymore.
Well, he has to have one because he has insurance things that need it. Yeah. So, yeah.
I see.
Mhm.
What about you, Jacob Wayne? Is there anything you want to say out there?
I think we covered everything.
Subscribe to CBW.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not BTW. Subscribe to CBW.
Uh-huh.
And ACW if you want.
Yes.
Fuck BTW. Just subscribe to ACW and CBW. That's it.
That's for sure. Yeah, depends if you're listening to this on our YouTube channel or on our streaming platforms. The link to CBW Wrestling will be down in the description. So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Fuck yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the ACW Beyond the Yard podcast with William R. Barker, the Marshall Paul, and Jacob Wayne from CBW coming at you from the headquarters of BTW Wrestling. We'd like to thank all those companies involved. Have a nice night.
Shut up, Paul.
Shut up, William.
Before we end it, I just want to say it's ironic that we're doing this podcast in a backyard. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Front yard.
Front yard,
Oh,
backyard,
okay.
this yard, that yard.
Yard.
Beyond the front yard.
Beyond the yard.
Yeah, we are beyond the yard.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, this is actually my first time doing a Beyond the Yard episode outside, so
Hey,
pretty
there you
cool.
go.
There you go.
yeah. So I just want to say, everybody that's listening to this episode, thank you. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you guys do enjoy our crossover taping that we had in BTW, CBW, and ACW. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night. This is Derrick Destroyer signing off.
Deuces.
What do you guys think of that
I
episode?
loved
I thought it was
that.
fun.
I loved that.
How many views do your podcasts usually get?
Like an average 300-500?
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like
That's a good
significantly less than that.
For real?
I thought it was like 50 or something. It's a lot, actually.
Derrick Destroyer signing off.
fucking